Good morning, everyone. It's Tish. It is Saturday, December the 11th, and I am coming to you today with a breast cancer update. You know what? Let me fix this hair because it being in my eyes distracting to me. Um, let's just talk hair real quick. This is a simple twist out on top. It's in an updo because I'm making progress. I can now raise my arms above my head, so I put it in a quick updo. The back is just a braid going up because some of the hairs are still kind of short back there, and I don't like putting pins when I'm trying to do my hair up, so I just braided it up and it's just pulled up. So I'm gonna do a couple of more hair videos. I want to try to do pipe cleaner curls on my hair. Once I get my retwist, I'm supposed to go in for my retwist next weekend. It's kind of thick. I haven't had one since October 29th was my last retie. So anyway, so I'm coming in today with a breast cancer update, and where I stand post surgery, post diagnoses, and everything. So let me just start at the top. I had a thyroid biopsy, as I shared in my last video, that they found enhancements on my thyroid that they found troublesome. But I had a thyroid biopsy on the 29th of November. They went into this side of the thyroid, and it is really invasive, but you are up when they do it. They numb the area and then they come in with that needle. And I was watching the entire time he was doing it. He was going in with the needle trying to get different samples. And so it was around almost 5 minutes of him just getting different samples. And he wanted to make sure that he got enough so they wouldn't have to come back once he sent it to lab and said, hey, we need more samples. So he stayed in there and he was getting more than enough samples. And then once he took the samples, they immediately take it to lab. It's about a 15-20 minute wait, sometimes 30 minutes for the lab results to come back. When he went in to deaden the area, it detonated immediately. So there was no waiting for it to numb or anything like that. He detonated. It was a prick and a pinch, and then he just starts, on the screen getting the samples. So it was about a 20-minute wait in total for the results to come back if they had enough of the tissue for pathology. And they came back and they said, we have enough, we don't need to take any more. So then I left. That area was sore for about a week. I stayed. Once I left there, I actually went home and just rested because I was extremely tired. I was extremely sore after that biopsy. But the results came back like a week later, and they came back that the tissue samples were negative. The tumors were benign, so there's no cancer on my thyroid. My oncologist called me the following week, and she told me that she's going to monitor the biopsy for the next 6 months over a 2-year period of time, because although those nodules came back benign, she still wasn't comfortable with the shape of them. But she said, hey, they're fine for now. It looks like it's something that might be hereditary for you, but we'll just keep an eye out on it. So blessings for that. I'm happy for that praise report. And then on that same week, she called me back. My oncologist called me back because my Oncotype came back. My Oncotype number came back. And I talked about that in my last video. And as you know, the Oncotype Score determines if chemotherapy will be beneficial to your protocol or if it won't be. And when they came back with my Oncotype score. I had an Oncotype score of 12, which was great for my age. It was a low Oncotype score, which means that I would not benefit any greater from chemotherapy with this type of cancer that I have. So I don't have to do chemotherapy, especially since it did not spread to the lymph nodes that they took. It didn't spread within the breast. So I'm good on chemotherapy. Hold on, let me close my door because Nicholas was trying to come in while I was recording. I had to shoo him away. Okay, even though there's a good old sign out there that says, do not enter, recording in progress. Anyway, so praise report on that. So then she said, so that means, Miss Patty, that you are now cancer free. So I have a visit with her on December the 22nd, where she immediately started me on Tamoxifen. And it's a pill that I take daily. I have to take it for the next 5 years. We are looking at possibly 10 years, but right now we're going to start the protocol at 5 years. And so on the 22nd, she will go over kind of how I have been feeling, because by then it'll be a close to a month, not quite a month, but close to a month of me having been taking the Tamoxifen, and she just wants to see how I feel about it, and then I get to ring the bell for being cancer free in that visit also on the 22nd of December. So I'm really looking forward to that visit because I do have a lot of questions about the Tamoxifen, and of course, you know, I've been doing my research on it and just trying to find more natural ways to combat some of the side effects that are noted for taking Tamoxifen. Of course, I'm going to share them with you. So Tamoxifen is actually a hormone. It is used to treat hormone receptor positive breast cancers, and I am estrogen positive. And so it is supposed to reduce the risk of the breast cancer coming back. And in those that have a metastatic breast cancer, which is a more metastasized, it's supposed to slow the growth of that cancer. Some of the main and more serious side effects of Tamoxifen can be blood clots, a stroke, and endometrial cancer. And so those are the things that concerned me that we're going to talk about. But just some of the more common side effects that people see more commonly were hot flashes, nausea, fatigue, mood swings, depression, headache, hair thinning, dry skin, and loss of libido. And so it was like, okay. Some of this I was already experiencing prior to any of this, because being perimenopause, some of these are those side effects. And so I had already started experiencing the hot flashes, the hair thinning, mood swings. That's why you have to find a hobby and monitor your stress levels and really think about meditation and mindful thinking. And that's something I've really been trying to really practice within the last, I would say, 2 to 3 years. But one of the things that I did was I bought a pack of compression socks. I found a 6-pack on Amazon, and I'll post a clip of those because they had some really cute designs, because I sit all day. I sit all day at work. I'm in meeting after meeting after meeting. Like one day I counted, I had 10 meetings in one day. So I'm always sitting. So I am always mindful of circulation and blood flow and moving. And so now with this, I just said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and invest in some compression socks that I can wear daily, that I can wear regularly, just to make sure that I'm keeping my circulation. In addition to, I do wear a Fitbit that beeps every hour if I haven't moved at least 250 steps within that hour. So that makes me get up and kind of move around. So I am trying to research more natural herbs, foods to eat to kind of combat some of these. I haven't experienced, due to the tamoxifen, some of these side effects, but I just want to be mindful of them, just in case, and I can have things to combat them as opposed to taking over-the-counter medication for headaches and, you know, any type of antidepressant for mood swings or depression and things, just things like that. So just want to be mindful of that. Then, as you can see, like I said, my hair is in the updo. So now I can go over my head. And this is about as much as I can go comfortably. I do exercises that he gave me to do, the wall crawls. I walk up the wall about 10 times a day. And I typically, well, yeah, 10 times a day. And I typically do that while I'm in the shower. It's really easy to do, but this is about as high as I can go for now. I still wear the surgical bra, even though he told me I can now move to sports bras. I still wear the surgical bra just because the surgical bra is actually more comfortable for me than the sports bra. I wore the sports bra for about a week and I found that it was rubbing right under that breast area where I still had a few of the sutures that hadn't quite dissolved yet. So I just moved back to the surgical bra until I get all that done. But I think I'll probably just continue wearing the surgical bra until my surgery, because I just didn't like the feel of the sports bra on how things are sitting right now. Just to kind of show you my size. This is my size. And this is with the tissue expanders. So I still have the tissue expanders in. They are no longer filled with air. They are filled with saline. So I went for my last visit of the saline input on December 3rd. I had a 2-week visit. He did 500 cc's of saline the first visit. First, he removed all of the air and it just collapsed the breast. And then he went back in and then filled it with saline on each breast, 500 cc's on each breast. And then I got used to that size and that feeling. And then the following week I went back in for another 150 cc's on each breast. And this is where we are going to stop until surgery. With the tissue expanders, I don't know. I will say that it feels like I feel it. I still feel it. I cannot sleep comfortably on my side. I feel a crushing of the mechanism crushing together when I'm on my side. So I still just sleep on my back because I don't like how that feels when I'm trying to sleep on my side. I feel like I'm corseted within in this area here, or like there's like straps right here. Like I feel the tissue expanders just, it's weird. And that's why they're only used for temporary transition. You can't continue to keep these tissue expanders in any for a length of time. It's just, they just aren't made for that. It's just not comfortable whatsoever. So we are targeting February for surgery, sometime within the month of February. So to prepare for that, I had a Cta scan on my abdomen and pelvic area Monday of this week. So I went in to the hospital and they did one with the imaging enhancement and one without. So when they do it without, they just lay you on this bed. You're fully clothed. I didn't have to remove any of my clothes. They just put you on this bed. They ran you through this scan machine that just scans from this area on down, probably right below my thighs, and they just moved you through the scan. You hold your breath, they moved you through the scan, and then she came back and she put an IV in, and then she ran the dye through, and you feel it, like you feel it in your stomach and pelvic area. It almost feels like you just used the restroom on yourself. And then they run you through the scanner a couple of times. You hold your breath, and then you're done. You have to fast 4 hours prior to that scan. And the reason why he's doing that scan is because I've chosen to do the deep flap reconstruction as opposed to a implant. I don't want an implant. I've prayed about this decision. I know it's a more invasive surgery, but I feel like in the long run, it'll benefit me more. I'll feel more comfortable with it. It's going to be a 12-hour surgery. It takes the viable tissue and fat from a part of your body, and we've chosen my abdomen to reconstruct both breasts. And I'll go more into that on another video, but that's the surgery that I'm going to be preparing for, pending the results of the CTA scan come back good. And so I'm waiting for the results of that. I don't see my plastic surgeon again until December the 3rd. And so he will give me the results of the CTA scan to determine if I have viable blood vessel flow, tissue, and fat in the abdomen area to use to build both breasts, because we're going to reconstruct both breasts. I told him I don't want to go anything larger than possibly B, small c, but B is fine. But that's it. So that's where I stand. I will probably post some images, or maybe take you with me on December the 22nd when I ring the bell, because I think that that is very important to share. This has been a long 6 months of pokes, prods. Wow. So, I'm going to take you on a God is good. He is amazing. When I think about the last 2 years, you know, God has shown up in my life to be just an amazing, graceful, merciful God. So I've just been kind of in awe over the last few weeks, just getting to this point. So I'm happy. I'm a little nervous about the surgery, but I know that God has me. But that's just realistic. That's just how I feel. I am a little nervous. I am concerned at times about the tamoxifen and the reoccurrence of the cancer returning somewhere else, but I'm not going to stay in my head about that. I have to live my life. I have to continue living my life for myself, my child, my husband. And so I don't want to stay there, but I would be lying to you if I said it didn't sit in the back of my mind. So, that's it. Cancer free. And we'll be together virtually on the 22nd when I ring that bell. And my next video will probably be, like I said, hair. It might even be a couple of crafts video. I am working on some things. This area that I'm sitting in, this is my studio. It's my she shed, and it's my space that I use for different crafts, where I shoot my video, where I just kind of come and chill out. So I'm really trying to enhance this space. to make this kind of my space. I think that I deserve it. I have been working like, work has been no joke. I love what I do. I love my job. But it is no joke. My God. I am looking forward to some time off at the top of the year because I can't take any time off right now. We have 6 acquisitions that we are working on that are closing on December 31st. So we're working on that. So I'll probably take some time off from that because one of the other videos that I'm going to do is preparing for Nick's 10th birthday. I'm not even going to go there, the emotion that I have around that. But that's exciting. He is excited about it. I'm excited about it. So I'm going to do a video as I prepare for his 10th birthday party. So thank you everyone for joining. It is Tish. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm really trying to grow my channel. I'm trying to grow my content. I'm trying to really focus on this space in my life, making this channel about lifestyle, conversations, things. I'll do some work chat videos. As most of you probably know, I'm in HR. I've been in HR for 20 plus years. I am by trade a certified compensation professional. I'm working on my benefit certification and possibly my SPHR, just so I can have the certification. I really don't want to lead a HR team. I probably could, but I don't want to because I want to focus and grow my channel. I really want to get to that creative side of me that I always really enjoy. That's where I see this next phase of my life going, just really tapping into that creative side. So please share this video with your friends. Subscribe. If you are not a subscriber, just hit that subscribe button and you'll be able to see the latest content that I share. It's not going to always be about breast cancer, but that's what started this channel. That's what started this. And so I have to honor that. But I do want to grow my content. So thank you for joining me. And if you stayed these last 20 plus minutes, I appreciate you. And I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.